Let me ask you this, Gelby. Since returning from his concussion in week 8, Tua is first in the league in passing yards, first in the league in completion percentage, second in passer rating, fourth in passing TDs.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say unequivocally, because we had a conversation yesterday about should Tua get MVP votes?
Oh, stop.
No, Adam Beasley wrote a column today in Pro Football
MVP
Network.
votes?
Yes. Yeah. Name a player. This team is a playoff caliber team with
Josh
him.
Allen?
No. I'm with you. Name a player who's more important to their team's success, is literally the linchpin between them being the worst team in the league and a playoff team.
Josh Allen.
Maybe. Mitchell Trubisky's his backup. I don't think they fall off.
Trubisky, he sucks.
I mean, the guy was an NFL starter. He's not going to fall. Buffalo would not fall off the way the Dolphins fell off under Skylar Thompson.
100% they would. Josh is the offense.
Well,
He's
here's
the
the
offense.
question.
He had 6 touchdowns last week.
Can you say unequivocally, and I'm not arguing with you, Josh Allen is the MVP. Can you say unequivocally, though, that Tua is an excellent NFL quarterback and with the right team around him could lead a team to a Super Bowl?
Tua is a good quarterback. Tua at times, I know the stats will say he's a top 5 quarterback. I think times you may say he's a top 10 quarterback in the league.
Well, why do we ignore the stats with him?
No, Belichick said it once. I know we're talking about stats are for losers. Like, how about this? Guy talked so much smack going into Green Bay. How'd the Dolphins do in Green Bay? Can he win?
He did great.
The whole team got off to a slow start, though.
Okay, but Tua was great. Statistically, look at what he put up.
Because they got into it towards the end of the game. You get,
you get your stats when you get your stats.
How many times do I have to come on this show? And this is what I say. He's their most valuable player. He is a good quarterback. He's a very good quarterback. I just don't look at him like he's a top 5 quarterback in the league where I feel confident. I feel confident that he's going to win 4 games to win a Super Bowl.
Statistically, he's better than half the quarterbacks that you would probably place ahead of him.
All right, just do this right now. Would you rather have Patrick Mahomes or Tua Tagovailoa?
Mahomes.
Would you rather have Josh Allen or Tua Tagovailoa?
Josh Allen.
Joe Burrow or Tua Tagovailoa?
Tua.
Really?
We had this conversation yesterday. So Solana asked us the question yesterday, and this is a great question.
Send me your edibles that you're on, okay?
Would you rather have Tua and Tyreek or Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase?
Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase without hesitation.
Why without hesitation?
Because Joe Burrow has been in a Super Bowl, and also Jamar Chase is younger than Tyreek Hill. Any response? Statistically, Tua is better than Joe Burrow. Take your stats and Joe Burrow. If you know what, if you're saying because the Dolphins, right, without Tua, right, that's the argument for the MVP. Mm-hmm. Well, the Bengals have been so bad. Joe Burrow's putting up MVP numbers. He should win the MVP because they wouldn't have a win if it wasn't bad
with Joe Burrow.
Yes, because their defense sucks. Look at his stats. So you're going to take
him? So you take him, the
guy
who's leading the team to the terrible season. Rather than the guy who, when he's playing, is putting up statistically the best numbers in the league.
Joe Burrow, if his defense was just average this year, and I'm someone that said Josh Allen was going to win the MVP in August, Joe Burrow would be the runaway MVP if his defense could just get like Channing Crowder back there and be average.
Boy, isn't that nice to be able to provide context for Joe Burrow? Joe Burrow, whatever he does, it's someone else's fault if it doesn't go well. And with Tua, I don't know. He just can't seem to lead them to the Super Bowl. You're talking out of both sides of your mouth.
I have crushed Chris Greer on this show. I said Chris Greer should have been fired 4 years ago. So don't act like all I do is just knock down and tear down Tua Tagovailoa. Your disconnect is you think he's God. I don't. I think
he's a lot better than most people give him credit for.
Okay, so you think he's great. I think he's very good. Is that big of a difference?
He's top 10. Top 10 hands down. That's the top 5.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Where in the top 10? Where's the earliest you could see him?
2.
8, 9. Like, it's just some dogs out there right now.
Who's better?
I just named you 4.
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow.
No.
Matthew Stafford.
Stafford. The guy that just beat them young boys, C.J. Stroud.
Maybe. C.J. Stroud?
C.J. Stroud, I've been disappointed at him at times in big games.
Well, at least is Jordan Love better than Tua?
Hold on. Has C.J. Stroud won a playoff game?
Okay, but if that's the determining factor, I'll lose every time. But
last year, who had better weapons? Tua or C.J. Stroud? Who had better weapons last year?
No film on C.J. Stroud. Anyone can do anything with no film.
And yes, I'd rather have Jordan Love. Who doesn't have a true number one wide receiver.
Jordan Love just outdoed Tua. I like Tua too. Hoch, you act like saying top 10 is saying this guy should be in overseas somewhere.
I'll tell you why. No, but I'll tell you why it annoys me. Because you guys so summarily dismiss that he's an elite level quarterback, and you're like, okay, I'll give him top 10. But that's like the lowest place that you would put him. Like, you're not doing him a favor by saying, okay, I could see him as top 10. Like, you should see him as a top 5 quarterback.
I'm not paid to do him a favor. That's not me, okay? I'm sure at your kid's Little League now, everyone gets a trophy for just showing up and playing. To say great, that takes a lot. All right, I'll make you feel better, though, Hoch. Right. Hey, Channing, I have a quarterback that you'll say Tua is better than. How about Dak Prescott, right? Dak or Tua? Which one you rather have?
I'm taking Tua all day.
All right, you happy, Hoch? You finally got one.
I guess so. But I don't think it's as easy as you guys say to say, oh, I would take Joe Burrow over Tua. Oh, I would take Jordan Love over Tua. Oh, I would take C.J. Stroud over Tua, because you're conveniently ignoring every statistic and you're just saying, playoff win, that matters more than anything.
What statistics am I ignoring with Joe Burrow?
I don't know. Whatever I just read to you. If Tua's number one, Burrow can't be ahead of him.
Joe
Burrow right now is number one in passing touchdowns and number one in passing yards this year.
Yeah, we'll do it in a win.
What is Tua, -1? So you think, come on.
See, Hoch saying since Tua came back from injury, he has the best numbers, but Joe's done it for the whole season.
Yeah.
Tua wasn't out there, but if you use playoff wins as a determining factor, why can't we use regular season wins as a determining factor right now during the regular season?
I don't even understand what we're debating here anymore. I don't.
Because I boxed you into a corner. That's why.
No, it's because you just spew nonsense. You should run for office. You'd be great at these debates. President Hochman.
We got to go, Gelb. We love you.
I'm happy you got to go. This was a waste of my time. This is ridiculous.
Well, why? I don't understand what you're doing there.
Go ask Chris Greer. Would you rather have Joe Burrow to Tua Tagovailoa? Then let me know what he says.
What's most important? Wins?
Wins, yes. See, okay. Done. Goodbye.
but Tua's got more wins than Joe Burrow this season.
Sure. He has more wins.
He does. You just said that's most important.
Yes, it is. Just because you have more wins in one season doesn't mean that you're a better quarterback. Look at the entire career. When Tua gets one playoff win,
I bet Tua
then
has
we can
more
start
wins
talking
than Joe
about
Burrow.
it.
I bet Tua has more wins than Joe Burrow.
Not in the playoffs.
Ooh,
not in the playoffs again. But I asked you,
and Hoch, I don't think you're right on that with what Joe Burrow's done the last 3 years prior to this.
I'm talking about games played, though, not seasons.
Sure,
they have to have played the game.
Sure. Go. You know what, Hoch? Get back to me next week on those stats.
Actually, you know what? I think I do have the stat. Hold on.
This is interesting.
Best NFL quarterback win percentage since 2021.
Yeah.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. Since
Patrick
2021?
Since 2021.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts, number 2. Josh Allen, 3. Lamar Jackson, 4. Dak, 5. Tua, 6. I'm sorry. Did anyone hear Joe Burrow's name there?
Okay. Now let's do playoff wins.
I have the head-to-head. Tua's won 37 games, lost 23. Burrow's won 34 games, lost 30.
Oh, the most important factor is wins, and Tua's got him by 3.
He's lost 30, so Tua does have a better record percentage-wise as well, and more overall wins. Mm-hmm. However, Joe Burrow.
Hey, Solana, who would you rather have?
Gelb, I am viewed as a Tua hater because
are you?
I think the way you think, which is he's a good quarterback.
Oh, I have a brain.
He hasn't beaten anybody when it matters.
What's his best career win? Beating the Cowboys?
What's most important? You said wins. Tua has more wins than Joe Burrow.
Yes, and
so it's no
wins
longer
in
most
games that
important?
actually matter.
It's no longer most important.
Sure, if that's the one that you want to have, Hawk.
All right, I'm just saying.
You know what?
If you're changing
Len
the parameters, you're changing
Len
the
Weiner.
parameters. Just let me know in advance.
I'm going to management. Len Weiner. I want a lie detector test on Hawk that he would actually prefer Tua Tagovailoa over Joe Burrow.
I would prefer Tua over Joe Burrow
Hawk,
all day, every day.
Hawk, if you could pass a lie detector test when saying that, I will take you out to Joe Stone Crabs or Carbone next time I'm down in Miami. All right? On my dime.
We'll see you, Gelb.
I'll just bill it to Chit Channing.
Zach Gelb from the Infinity Sports Network. Feel like that's a dub for me.
You are ridiculous.